So, welcome to James Drones Geelong, folks. This is an episode in the jobs series because it was a job that I did. Now, this job I actually filmed the raw footage for many moons ago. It was approximately about 2 months ago now. And what we did was we filmed 8 locations along the Werribee River. And the idea is to highlight not only the river, but also some of the features and parks in the area to help the Werribee River Association create what they're going to call is a river guide. Now, of course, folks, with that comes a few things: preparation, drones, figuring out where we're going, the planning, and then physically actually getting there and doing the jobs. So the job itself was originally a slightly larger scope, but there were challenges involving things like permit timelines in certain locations that we were originally discussing. We decided to scale it back just a smidgen, and I think we probably benefited from doing it that way. So we ended up planning out the locations. I was watching the weather like a hawk. We were waiting for an opportunity with a couple of days back to back, because I figured I wouldn't be able to do all the locations in a single day, so I was looking for 2 days with similar weather back to back. That's really hard to come by. Ultimately, what we ended up securing was not only a couple of days back to back, but also all the stakeholders, they were happy with me to go. Didn't have to mess about with certain permits and all this sort of stuff. So we managed to just get the ball rolling, which was really cool. Then came the challenge on my end. Obviously, drone, batteries, phone, firmware, everything had to be up to date, had to pack the car, and of course, as primary care of a little one, had to pack all the stuff for Avery. At the time, Willow wasn't even born yet, so she wasn't along for the ride, but Avery and I needed to pack up and go. That meant we had to take a lot of extra stuff, and it did slow down the process a little bit. And that's totally expected of a project when you're taking at the time she was 9.5 months old. So we had to take our time with that. Now bringing it all the way around, so we basically had to drive from Geelong all the way up to the first location, a lovely little place called Cobbledick's Ford. Well, made it out here to location 1. Well, very close to location 1. And, well, this side is closed due to flooding. So now I have like a 25k drive to get around it. Now, because that took literally an extra hour to get where we needed to be, I'm going to stop and have some breakfast. Yeah. We'll fill her up and then we'll get airborne.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Let's go. Quick lay of the land. Where's the sun? Nowhere in particular. Bit of river, bit of twist. Yep, alright, let's go that way. Stop, we're here at Davis Creek. I've sort of scoped out where they want stuff and things. So what I'm going to do now is just very quickly get the baby out, get the drone up and do the gig. So we're at the next one, Werribee Riverbend Historic Park, which is a little bit bigger than the last ones. It's sort of more spread out, got nice little walking trails, which we are currently scrolling down right now. Just doing a bit of a walk to scope it out. I'm not really sure what I want to do here. There's a few cool little feature pieces and sort of right next to the car park. So now with everything filmed, packed away, then came, well, let's be honest, the hardest part, editing. Now, I've done editing in the past, I've done various programs, all this sort of stuff. I wanted to find a way for me to do it my way while still meeting the client's requests. So we had a few back and forths about the flow of it, what they were actually really looking for, because I had something like 83 files across, I think it was an hour and 40 minutes of footage, and I actually only needed to present a 4-minute video and a 15-second loop. Ultimately what I did was piece together, so I think the first cut was a 7.5-minute draft, sent that off to the Werribee River Association, and they were very happy, very helpful in their feedback. So they told me they preferred certain cuts and certain scenes, and certain ones held lesser value for them. So we ditched them. That whittled it down really nicely. We ended up with a much smaller edit pile, and ultimately we ended up locking in off the second draft, which was fantastic. A few little minor tweaks with things like transitions and titling and all this sort of stuff, but it's all done. So rather than showing you the actual final edited footage on this channel, because let's be honest, it's actually not my footage anymore. So everything you've seen so far was filmed specifically for me, or was outright rejected by the client, and that's totally fine. They didn't want certain cuts, they didn't want photos and videos of me and my kid, because we're not the focus of the video, at least not the focus of their video. The focus of my video was us. What I'm going to do for you folks is, if you do want to go check out the final cut and how it all worked into the website, you'll find the links in the description below to the Werribee River Guide. Big thank you to the team at the Werribee River Association. Very much appreciated the opportunity to go out and fly with you folks. Big thank you to all the stakeholders who made it very easy to get airborne and capture those beautiful scenes. Thank you very much. Thanks for sticking around. See you on the next job.